Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got some big news around Coinbase's IPO in 2021. Before I go further, we are closely approaching 50,000 subscribers. So please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, Bitcoin broke through $23,000, currently back below 23 at 22,704. So it's been building its way up, pumping really hard. But as always, you can expect a correction soon. Nothing goes up in a straight line, and it's healthy to have corrections. You build new support levels and you work your way up to higher prices. So looking very bullish. I mean, look at these two green candles. My goodness, that's a beautiful thing. That's a thing of beauty right there, guys. Now, many folks are, of course, expecting new all-time highs. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The stock-to-flow model, is predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price at the peak of the next parabolic run-up. Well, DeVere CEO says Bitcoin will rise 50% and possibly double in 2021. So he's another institutional financier who has come out with a bold Bitcoin prediction. And, he said this at the time of Bitcoin being $23,000. So based on current values, Green expects Bitcoin to reach between $34,500 and $46,000 at some point next year. I personally think we could see higher than that. Now, like I said, the stock to flow model is looking at $100,000, but that's not a certainty. But I think with the record-breaking demand we're seeing from institutional investors and the money printing that's continuing around the globe, we will see just record-breaking prices, definitely higher than $46,000. And I think a lot of people are going to wake up and be like, oh my God, what is going on? They're going to be shocked. And I'm not talking about you and I. I'm talking about the 99% that are not paying attention, and we will see mass FOMO kick in because right now it's institutional FOMO that's driving the prices up. And guys, the big news of the day, Coinbase files confidential S1 ahead of potential IPO. So it looks like all signs point to a 2021 IPO. Now, of course, it's a process. They filed with the SEC, but there's a bit of back and forth that has to go there. So Coinbase Global Incorporated today announced that it has confidentially submitted a draft registration statement on Form S1 with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. The Form S1 is expected to become effective after the SEC completes its review process, subject to market and other conditions, the firm said Thursday. We expect the Form S1 to become effective and for Coinbase to complete a public offering after the SEC completes its review process. Subject to market and other conditions, this tweet does not constitute an offer of any securities for sales, Coinbase said in an accompanying tweet. Wow, guys, this is very big. It's the start of many other crypto firms who will be doing IPOs. We've heard about Ripple possibly doing an IPO. So you may say, well, what does this have to do with Bitcoin and crypto? Why is this important? Well, it's the visibility into this nascent industry, this nascent asset class. Look at this coverage they're getting on CNBC.
Leslie. Hey, Kelly, this IPO has been in the works for a while, at least rumored to be so. But you're right, Coinbase announcing today that it has confidentially submitted a draft registration statement for an S1 with the SEC to go public. That process usually takes several months of questioning between the SEC and the company before it can actually disclose its prospectus, give us some insight into what its financials are, more about its business model and so forth. But to your point, Bitcoin hitting record highs, this is a digital currency exchange. It makes sense that they'd at least be moving on that path toward an IPO to capitalize around some of the trends that we're seeing, especially as it relates to some institutional investors validating Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as something that's here to stay, not really going anywhere.
Now, look at what she just said there, right? Institutional players validating Bitcoin. It's here to stay. A crypto exchange that's, obviously one of the, if the largest in the United States, to be in fact, it's going to IPO. And this is going to get crypto even more visibility. You're going to get the news coverage, but also the attention of the traditional market investors. So if they're still skeptical about, I don't know if I want to touch this Bitcoin thing, and look, they're going to get left behind if they don't. They can invest in the companies that are participating in the asset class. This is very big, guys. more visibility, more awareness, more money coming in. Long story short, that's what it is. So very significant, and it validates the industry even more because you have companies that are generating revenue, they're profitable, and they're growing. So their next stage is IPO. And like I said, other companies like Ripple and many other exchanges could possibly do IPOs as well. So very, very exciting. And guys, Grayscale continues to see record inflows of money into their crypto trust. So Grayscale CEO Michael Sonnenschein, or managing director, says inflows are up 6x over last year, and the investors today are highly sophisticated and writing very large checks. Let me play the clip here for you guys.
That narrative we've heard before. I want to understand two things. One is, what do you think the upside is 12 months out from now?
I think it's very difficult to put a price target on it, but I can certainly say at Grayscale, our flows are now probably up 6x what they were last year. And the types of investors that are putting capital to work are unlike any of the investors we're seeing ever before. It's some of the world's largest investors, and the allocations that they're making are bigger than we've ever seen before. Michael, and their time horizon for this is generally something over the medium to longer term.
So he said they're some of the largest investors they've ever seen. They're writing large checks. So it's happening, folks. It's happening. You're hearing it directly from the horse's mouth. These guys are seeing record-breaking amounts of money coming in, and they're buying tons of Bitcoin and crypto. They have a Bitcoin trust, an XRP trust, an Ethereum trust, an XLM trust. So they're diversifying, and a lot of these big players are diversifying into their different trusts, guys. So very exciting. Very exciting. And I tweeted today, just sit back and relax and watch the prices go parabolic as all of this dialogue and news and coverage and all these big players coming out and saying Bitcoin should be worth 400,000 and we're putting $1 billion here and $1 million. It's all the puzzle pieces coming together, right? All the things we've been talking about for years, guys. It's pretty amazing. And finally, I've been talking about it for a long time. Even the people who hate Bitcoin don't like when I say this, but Bitcoin ain't going anywhere. It's here to stay. It's digital gold. A lot of big players putting their money into it. The free market is moving towards Bitcoin. That doesn't mean other things like Ethereum and XRP are not going to do well. Of course they're going to do well. Different use cases, right? I don't see them as competing. But the Bitcoin mining wars, it's about to heat up. I did videos covering this over the past 2 years between the US and China. Right now in China, you have, of course, the majority of miners there controlling about over 50% of the hash rate. Those are the facts. But the world's largest Bitcoin mining farm is being built in Texas. That's a fact. Well, here, U.S. Bitcoin mining firm Core Scientific to triple capacity with massive 59,000 machine order. This is big, guys, and this is going to happen in the United States. So U.S. blockchain and AI infrastructure provider Core Scientific has expanded its fleet of state-of-the-art crypto miners to over 77,000, comprising the largest ever grouping of Bitmain Antminer S19 rigs outside of China. See what's happening? That is why Brian Brooks went on TV and said, we ain't banning no Bitcoin. We're not shutting this market down. It's here to stay. And these big companies have been given the green light to mine. And they're going to mine here, with cheap energy, renewable energy, and so on and so forth. So Bitcoin ain't going anywhere. It's going to go parabolic. Its prices are going to hit new all-time highs. And a lot of companies are going to be going in here to mine. So where is this going to be played out? Well, here's a quote. Let me share it here. We are truly a global player with this order, which is a magnitude of scale larger than anything that's being done in North America today. One of Core Scientific's closest U.S. rivals, NASDAQ-listed Marathon Patent Group, recently announced it was buying some 10,000 Antminers, which will bring the firm's total hash rate to 2.56 EH. Wow. The new units will be spread across Core Scientific's existing facilities in North Carolina, Georgia, and Kentucky. A large chunk of the energy consumed by the miners will be renewable power. Core Scientific's facilities cover over 100 acres, and the firm is now looking for more space to house the new rigs. So all my XRP friends, running around and saying bad things about Bitcoin and this and slow and whatever, you're missing the use case of digital gold store of value. That's why Brad Garlinghouse has said these two things don't compete. XRP, Bitcoin don't compete. XRP is being used, and I did a video just literally uploaded this morning talking about MoneyGram and the different use case here in CBDCs. That has nothing to do with Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is not going away. And I'm telling you guys, the free market, the millions of dollars, the orders here are being put behind Bitcoin. And you are going to see that hash rate more decentralized, move to the United States and other superpowers. We're going to have a geoeconomic battle for the hash rate of Bitcoin. And I'm sharing facts with you guys. I'm not making this up. It's not my feelings or emotions, but it's right in front of our face what's about to happen. Excuse me. You have this company doing its thing. You have Whinstone in Texas. You have Layer 1 in Texas, which is backed by Peter Thiel, the billionaire. So big things ahead, guys. This is why I am bullish on Bitcoin and just the entire market. I have Ethereum. I have XRP. XRP is my number one holding. My number two, Bitcoin. There's a reason it's my number two, guys. It's going to do very well. So very, very bullish outlook here. And I would love to hear what you guys think. What do you think about the Coinbase IPO in 2021? Would you guys invest in Coinbase once they go public? Let me know. Hit the thumbs up button, share the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.